Well, tomorrow is a big day for the Bank of Canada and for millions of Canadians already feeling the impact of the rising cost of living. The Bank of Canada is set to announce its latest interest rate decision. Many are predicting another rate hike is in our future. Joining me now is Armine Yalnizyan, economist and Atkinson Fellow in the Future of Work. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Marcy.
So what's your sense? Do you think that we're looking at another rate hike tomorrow?
I think I'm joining the consensus in saying that yes, there will be another rate hike, and that is the case not just in Canada, but in the US and the European bloc of countries and in England. It seems to be the new orthodoxy that we need to continue to hike rates.
And how is this going to hurt people? As we said in the introduction, a lot of people are already feeling the pinch of these rapid hikes from the past year.
I mean, the goal of these rate hikes is to hurt people in the sense that you won't have as much purchasing power, so you will stop spending, and that will cool the economy down. And as theory goes, that will give supply a chance to catch up. That whole orthodoxy is being questioned right now, but that is the time-honored tradition on how we wrestle inflation to the ground, or at least to 2%.
Well, we'll look at the GDP numbers, we look at the jobs report. Are the rate hikes helping at least a little bit to cool inflation?
It's unclear the degree to which what we are seeing in the drop in inflation, it can be attributed to rate hikes, because the major driver of lower inflation now, which means that the prices aren't falling, but they're falling at a much slower rate than this time last year. The major driver is what's happening in the price of gas and oil on global commodity markets. But OPEC has just decided to cut another a million barrels a day in production. So we can expect to see another increase at the gas pump. What central banks are doing has nothing to do with the price of oil.
And we've been talking for a long time about the possibility of a recession. Are there any indicators to suggest that we're looking at that happening in the short term?
Great question, because this is the real surprise factor for everybody. In virtually all of the countries I mentioned, the United Kingdom, Europe, US, and Canada, everybody was predicting a recession by now because of what central banks have been doing, which is the most aggressive round of interest rate hikes that we have seen in decades. And yet, nobody's economy has started to falter. Well, the United Kingdom's has started to falter, but that's because of Brexit more than anything else. Germany is really struggling right now too, but that's because of the influx of refugees into that eastern part of Europe. So we are seeing things that are occurring right now that were not expected. And the thing I'm referring to is the resilience of the economy. So again, it's almost like we're at the stage of the beatings will continue until morale improves. We'll keep hiking those rates until you stop spending. And consumer spending is slowing everywhere. Unemployment is starting to tick up everywhere. But the bigger story is that, like our print last Friday in Canada, we did see higher unemployment finally, but also more employment. It's just one of these things that the economy is going so strong that more people are looking for work, particularly young people who were not able to find summer jobs, because that's the type of area that's being cut back first.
Yeah, and we're in this weird time where good news is bad news, really.
Right?
Right. Armine Yalnizyan, thank you so much. Good to see you again. Take care.